Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's the next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Oh my goodness. It feels like the world is coming to an end. Bitcoin has broken down on the weekend, right? It's creating an M almost pattern. And is it going to break through and go to thermonuclear meltdown? Well, we're going to talk about that and more in today's episode, so make sure you stay tuned to watch and find out. I am joined with a live studio audience right now that are watching it live, and you can also watch it live too if you head over to DaVinciJ15.com and subscribe. Actually, the pricing has not changed. I mean, like right behind me is the pricing, but I've extended it for one last day, and then once you see this video, by the time you finish seeing this video, it might be too late to buy and subscribe because we'll double the price. So make sure you do that before the price increases. Okay, alrighty. With that said, right, this is going to be some trading entertainment coming your way, right? Not financial advice, just trading entertainment. And please do your own research before putting any money in the market. And if you do, and you want to trade, right, you can do so by heading over to bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com. All right, so let's get on to the charts. Okay. Well, it looks horrific, doesn't it? Looks like game over, man. Game over. Now what are we gonna do? But actually, it's not so bad. We can see that we have some sort of what's it called? Divergence here happening. Not the greatest of divergence, right? It would have been better if this on this hourly. And let me just move this over a bit. Oops, delete. And let me just move this. So it would have been nice if we can just have some sort of divergence that's, let's see here. Let me go. Draw this line from here. This would have been a nice RSI divergence right here, but it wasn't, right? And if we make it bigger, you can see, well, actually, hold up, wait a minute. It didn't look like it, but it is. You can see we do have an RSI divergence, but this is not the greatest one because we've got, in order for it to confirm, it's got to come back all the way up here. So again, it's not the greatest still. It is a divergence, but it's horrible divergence because it's got to come all the way up here to make a confirmation that, yeah, we're changing the trend. So yeah, no. Okay, so obviously that's not the greatest one to have. But we might have these as divergence that we could probably use, right? And of course, the confirmation has been set right here. We've already confirmed it. So if we take these lows, right, you can see, yeah, that's right. We do have divergences here from here, right, from here to down right about, let's see here, right there. So that's a low, yeah, and so we have a divergence. Now, it's also been confirmed, right? So normally when you confirmed a divergence, you do not take the trade right away. Why? Well, take a look, right? Usually it comes back at you, right? So what you tend to do, right, is to wait for it to come back down. You draw your fibs. Once you have the divergence set, right, let's just go down to 15 minutes because to make it a little bit easier to see. Once you have the divergence, right, you have to start drawing your fibs. Like, for example, the next thing is like, oh, I'm going to draw my fibs from here to there. I'm going to buy at the 61.8 or 78.6. Maybe you got it. That's these ones, right? So that's a lot. That's a good position to be in because you're still in the green here, even though it took off and you're like, yes. Good to go, right? Yeah, but as you can see, right, it came back. It's coming back at us. But I think that this is only the fact that it's coming back at us for a short term, and right now would be a position of strength to take this to a higher level. No guarantees from the management. Make sure you only put in 5%, to take only a 5% loss on this trade. So if you're going to take this trade, right? You're going to take the trade right in here, right now. Let's just say you're going long, right? There's no guarantees that this trade is going to turn into a positive result. Just the odds are better that we are going to go higher and not go lower. It's just not guaranteed, right? And I feel that we could go higher more so than go lower. So let's see what happens, right? Based on historic precedents, and whenever we see divergences and they've confirmed, and this one has confirmed, we are going to be turning around and going higher. Now, not the greatest thing that we're back down here, but hey, that's what the way the ball bounces. We are back down here. And if you wanted to do this, right, there it is right here. Now, we can go to the leverage exchanges to check this out and see this on a lower time frame, of course, as well. Again, we're playing from a position of strength with this particular long. The divergence is a lot more clearer here than it is on the spot market, and that means it's that much more juicier. And so we can see here, yeah, I think this is a worthwhile trade. I think it's worthwhile taking this trade right here, right now. Is it guaranteed? No, but you could always, you're playing from a real good position of strength. Let's just take a look at how good of a position of strength. If we were to do it by percentage, 1.59% if it were to drop 1.59%, right, you stop out. Right now, just because it's only 1.59% doesn't mean you go, oh, well, I'm going to take a 1.5% of my portfolio. No, you can bring it up to 2% as a loss of your portfolio, or 3%, or 4%, or even as high as 5%. But not make sure that that if this thing does fail, that you are only going to take that 5% position. So you just do a little bit of math and then figure out how much percent how much of your portfolio you're going to use to bet on this particular movement upwards. Now, all right, with that said, right, you take a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio and you head up to 33,000. But where is the actual target for this reversal? Generally, honestly, I would say to be on the safe side, you could take it to the 38.2, which happens to be right where we're at, where our target is, or the 61 to 61.8 or the 78.6, right? You can probably take half the profits off of the 38.2 and then set your stop loss to either break even or and then let us see if you let it ride all the way up to closer to the $35,000 mark. Because honestly, there's a lot of buying going on down here. You can see that here in the charts. We've got a lot more green candles than we do. I mean, green, green candles than we do have red candles, and they're higher. The volume is a lot higher, so slightly higher. And so there's a lot of industry players that are going, oh, you're going to sell to me. Thank you very much. Because we can only buy downward markets, and we really appreciate you selling your Bitcoins to us. So yeah, they know that there's the only way that they can get Bitcoins is to freak other people out to sell to them. That's the majority of the Bitcoin's existence right now. For you to get any, you have to get people to sell it to you. And it's so easy to do. Because so many people, they don't know what they have, or they just want to feel that they're going to outsmart the market and they're going to sell their Bitcoins into this. And that's how it's done. All right, let's head over to Ethereum, right? We had an Ethereum short that we're talking about. Now, we were right here when this short came in. I told people about this short, and I thought, well, you know what, if it comes back up here, get in. But we just really couldn't pass the resistance levels up here. This support, once this support that was, you can see it was support before, support a little bit here. If we probably scroll out, we'll probably see a lot more support. A little bit. You can count that. You can count this and this one. So this is now turned resistance. Support has now turned to resistance, and we failed to break back up above it over and over again. And on top of that, it was at around approximately the $2,200 mark, where after that was the breakdown level, where I'm telling you, when we break down through this level here, we're headed all the way. All the way. Keep going. Yeah, okay. And probably even further. 1,500. I think it's just like, but you should probably take some profits if you're in a short here, because this can turn, there's a lot of resistance, there's a lot of support levels coming down, right? So all these support levels are going to be a lot of traffic for price action. So expect a bounce here, maybe come back up and then roll over, try again, and then we go only to this level, right? And then bounce off there, and then we have to go back and bounce that, and then continue down. So it's going to be not a straight line down, but a lot of headache, a lot of pain, a lot of strife as we come down. And unfortunately, I'm gonna make a lot of people vomit with this comment. Unfortunately, the target for this, or the ultimate target for this, unfortunately, is if things continue to play out as they do. Try to hold back your sickness in your stomach. Hang on. Let me just exit this area here, and I'm going to show you something scary, right? Something I don't even want to show you because it's just frightening, but I guess we have to just because it's the right thing to do. And so let me just adjust this and show you something that's going to scare the pants off of you. Oh boy, I hate being a bearer of bad news. I just hate it, but it is what it is. Now, this is no guarantee that this price action is going to occur, just so you know. No guarantee, but it's the most likely outcome at this point, once we break down and head to 1,500. After that, it becomes a higher probability of occurrence, but not a guarantee. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's just see where this thing takes us, right? This AB equals CD. And yeah, I know. It's like, what the heck are you talking about, man? Like $250? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go that low, but maybe around the $500 level. I think because we have like the weekly 200 period moving average. If we bring out the local the long term on what's it called over here? Yeah, unfortunately, oof. See, look at the monthly. The monthly even says so. Like we're gonna come all the way back down to approximately $500 area, right? Where we'll see a bounce. Especially if this month closes like this, it's redonkulous. Oh man. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it, right? It's just so redonkulous, right? That we'd go back down there, and it's hard to believe, but that's probably what we're going to do. Probably. Again, no guarantees, but that's what it looks like it's shaping up to be. However, keep in mind, should you have any kind of feeling that you've got to sell to get down, and I'll buy back at around the 500 level, this will most likely happen in one day, and then we're going to be back up at the 1200 just below the $1,200 level-ish. You won't get a chance to buy it unless you have your money ready at the exchange down here, should we vomit down to this level. And yeah, it's going to be brutal because there's going to be a lot of, people being liquidated at different exchanges different places where they borrowed against their Ethereum to actually, to get some dollars. And yeah, they don't have any Ethereum left to cover so should they go below their liquidation price. So I hate to be a bearer of bad news. I really do. But let's just hope that turns around. We have to wait until price action gets down here and then see what happens. If we bounce heavy and just cut through all the resistance levels, the support levels becoming resistance, and we cut through them, okay, then we could talk, maybe there's a reversal. So if we get back in this area, in the 2000-ish area, between 2000, between 1900 and 2100 and some odd area, we can talk about, okay, maybe the trend is going to change. But until that happens, ouch. Ouch. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. So try not to be so upset in the comment section below. Looking at the dominance, the dominance is dominating. And we're coming up to the trend line, at least, right? As expected here. Thought we could break down, but no. We're coming back to the trend line here. We hold the trend line, that would be fantastic for the alts. But if not, we'll probably head up to the 50% level. So 52%, which is the 50% level on the fibs. I think right here, let me just make sure that that's set right. Based on that, we should come up to the approximately the 50% level, 52% level around here. You can see there's probably a little bit of convergence of, there's going to be a little bit of resistance here, right, to come back up. So I think we're going to hold that line should we break this one over here at 50%, 47%, approximately 48%. And Ethereum is going to bring us heavy up there here. Should Ethereum break down heavy. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm done giving the bad news. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. And remember, even though Bitcoin could break down here, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.